Hello children, welcome back to English with Kashish. Yes, today I am going to teach you the chapter number 2 of your textbook, your first language English, the elixir of life. Yes, now you can see from the picture water. This chapter shows us the importance of water in our life. Like the air we breathe, the food we eat. Can we live without water? Can anything live without water? Be it animals, plants, everyone requires water, the most important element. Yes, and how is water important? Where all we use it, how we use it, and how we are not taking care of it. Because it is available in abundance everywhere, we take it for granted. But we should know how to save it. Are you ready to start the chapter? Why don't you have a glass of water and come, and then we shall start. Now I'm going to tell you something about the author, C.V. Raman. In lot of ways he's made our country very, very proud. We are very proud to have him in our country. He took very, very keen interest in science even from his boyhood days. Even when he was a young child, he was always interested in physics mainly. For his famous discovery, the Raman effect, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. He was awarded Bharat Ratna by Government of India, and the Soviet Union honored him with the International Lenin Prize in 1957. He wrote this chapter for us to understand how we can save water and why should we save it. Man has through the ages sought in vain for an imaginary elixir of life, the divine Amrit, in confer immortality. Now man has been running around to find this liquid substance. What is elixir? Elixir is a liquid substance which will not let you die. You are immortal. You will never die. He is running behind that Amrit so that he can drink it and can never die. But what is the true elixir of life? It lies near our hands. It is just next to us. For it is the most commonest of all liquids. What? Plain water. Haven't you seen all the dietitians, the doctors, or even your mama telling you, have water, have water. Every time they tell you, have lots of water. Yes, it is just because of this. Because if you have enough water, you will be strong. So, that's what the author says, that it is near us, it is in our hands, the most commonest of all liquids, plain water. This is Amrit, which the man has been running behind. So he can have the Amrit. You remember in all the stories before, all the kings and sages, they used to meditate for so long just to get the Amrit. So they are immortal and they never die. What is Amrit? Amrit is what the kings and the sages used to meditate and look for so that they never die. They used to struggle to get this particular Amrit. But what is the Amrit that we are looking for? It is water. It is plain common water which is Amrit for us. I remember, the author says himself, he remembers himself one day standing on the line which separates the Libyan desert from the valley of the Nile in Egypt. He was standing at some place where he could see on this side the desert and that side Egypt. Now what was difference between here and there? Now what did he see? Our author C.V. Raman, what is he seeing? Can you see here? Yes, the desert. And can you see here? Greenery, Egypt. Let's find out. This is the Libyan desert which the author saw on the other side. And this is the billowing sand. On one side was sea of billowing sand without a speck of green. Can you see anything greenery? No, this is not, right? Living thing anywhere visible on it. There is nothing here. This is just plain flowing desert. But yes, what is on the other side? While on the other side lay one of the greenest, most fertile and densely populated areas to be found anywhere on earth, teeming with life and vegetation. You can see everything here. You can see life, greenery, trees, leaves. How is that possible? Now what made this wonderful difference? Why? It is the water of the river Nile flowing down to the Mediterranean from its sources a couple of thousands of miles away. It is the beautiful, gorgeous river Nile flowing down, through which you get this vegetation on one side. Geologists, who are geologists? Geologists are the people who go into valleys, mountains and search. They are the scientists of rocks. They tell us that the entire soil of the Nile Valley is the creation of the river itself. The entire soil is because of the river itself. It is so strong that it can build or destroy. Egypt, in fact, was made by its river. Can you see river Nile flowing right through Egypt? Yes, and this is the Sahara Desert. Its ancient civilization was created and is sustained by the life-giving waters which come down year after year with unfailing regularity. Every year there is so much of water coming down. Yes, if you take care of water, it will give you everything time after time. It was brought down as the finest silt in the flood waters from the highlands of Abyssinia and from remote Central Africa, and laid down through the ages in trough through which the Nile flows into the sea. It created a water bed throughout and came down the Abyssinia and remains there year after year. I give this example and could give many others to emphasize that this common substance which we take for granted in our everyday life is the most potent and the most wonderful thing on the face of our earth. Now the author says that he gives this example because of its beauty, how it can convert a desert into a vegetation. He says that there are so many other examples that he can give, but he finds that the most beautiful because he has actually seen it. Now if you can see, our body is made up of 70% of water. Our body is made of water. It is so important for us and for our entire world. Now can you guess what this is? What does this look like? For my daughter who's 5-year-old, it will look like a jewelry piece or a diamond. Yes, but this is a droplet of water. So there was a scientist who put droplets of water under his microscope and would observe day in, day out. What did water turn out to be? When he started exploring more, he found out that water droplet, if someone said, I cannot, turned into this. Yes, if someone said, I love you, it turned into this. How beautiful it is. When we say something, it goes around. The universe takes it. Yes, so say positive every time. It has played. What has played? Water, the most common element, has played a role of vast significance in shaping the course of the Earth's history and continues to play the leading role in the drama of life on the surface of our planet. It is so important, water. Now that we've read the part 1, we are going to solve the questions. Question number 1, which is on page number 22 of your textbook. What is the imaginary elixir of life? It is none other than the divine Amrita, which can make man immortal. Immortal, can never die. Question 2. What, according to the writer, is the real elixir of life? The real elixir of life is plain water. Simple, plain water. Question 3. What is the most wonderful difference the writer talks about in paragraph 2? You can go back and read the paragraph and then attempt the question. The most wonderful difference the writer talks about is between the two areas, the Libyan Desert and the Nile Valley. The sea of billowing sand without a speck of green on the side of the Libyan Desert and the green, fertile, densely populated area on the valley of the Nile in Egypt. These are the two different areas that he is talking about. Here we end the part 1 of the chapter. I will see you again on part 2 of the chapter. Till then, bye-bye.